Now to a major security breach at one of America's busiest airports. 11 passengers somehow getting through a metal detector that wasn't staffed in boarding flights at New York's JFK airport.
From a handgun stuffed inside a raw chicken to 48 live eels wriggling through customs, these are the craziest finds airport security has ever stumbled upon. Number 22. Gun found in DVD player at JFK airport. You have to wonder what was going through this guy's head. By now, everyone knows airport security scanners are on the lookout for gun-shaped objects. Yet this man decided to hide a 9mm handgun in his checked luggage, wrapping it in aluminum foil and then stashing it inside a DVD player. Unsurprisingly, the security scanner at JFK airport caught it as he was preparing to fly to Mexico. It makes you wonder, if you really need a gun that badly, there are plenty of legal places to buy one. Why try sneaking it through an airport? Even though it's illegal to bring firearms in your carry-on, U.S. laws do allow you to transport them in checked luggage under strict rules. So if you're that attached to your gun, there are ways to take it with you. But this was definitely not one of them. This man ended up arrested and hit with major charges and fines. In 2019 alone, the TSA seized 4,432 guns at checkpoints across the country, and most of them were loaded, with some even having a bullet in the chamber. It's mind-blowing to think about how reckless that is. Number 21. Cocaine hidden under toupee. A man with an unusually large wig caught the attention of security at Barcelona airport. He had just flown in from Bogota, Colombia, and his oversized hair raised more than a few eyebrows. Turns out, underneath the wig was a pound of cocaine taped directly to his head. The man, who was clearly nervous, had 1.1 pounds of cocaine hidden under his hairpiece, worth around $34,000. It wasn't exactly the most clever hiding spot, and he was promptly arrested by Spanish police. It seems people are getting more creative with smuggling, trying everything from breast implants to hollowed-out pineapples. But this man's attempt stood out for all the wrong reasons. It's got to be stressful enough to worry that your fake hair might look obvious. Imagine knowing it's also packed with drugs. Number 20. Man caught with human skull in his luggage. Here's a travel tip you probably didn't know. You can't take human bones on a plane. Surprising, right? So, when a German professor was stopped at the airport in Rome, he was shocked when customs officials were very interested in the human skull packed in his suitcase. The professor claimed he had bought the skull at a market stall for just 50 euros, saying it was in good condition, though missing its lower jaw. He didn't realize it was illegal to carry human remains across borders. But despite his explanation, he was arrested for possessing human bones without proper clearance. The skull was taken by Italy's police for further examination, where they planned to run DNA tests to figure out where it came from. Not exactly your everyday airport story, right? Number 19. Woman tries smuggling cocaine in a fake baby bump. In one of the more bizarre attempts at drug smuggling, a Canadian woman tried to sneak 2 kilos of cocaine from Colombia to Canada by hiding it in a fake pregnancy belly. But Colombian border officials weren't fooled. They noticed her baby bump was unusually cold and hard. A closer inspection revealed the belly was made of latex and filled with a large amount of cocaine. While it's easy to shake your head at people who get caught smuggling drugs, it's important to remember that the people transporting the drugs, often called mules, are usually not the ones making money. They're typically vulnerable individuals exploited by larger criminal organizations. In this case, this young woman, only 28 years old, is likely facing a harsh prison sentence in Colombia, which is a tragic outcome for anyone, no matter the circumstances. Number 18. Tourists caught smuggling 48 live eels through airport. Talk about a bizarre situation that could have turned into a real-life snakes on a plane. But instead of snakes, we're talking about eels. 48 live eels, to be exact. For reasons that are hard to understand, a group of tourists traveling from Madrid to China decided it was a good idea to pack these wiggling creatures in their luggage. And not just a few, but dozens of them. Now, if you're a huge fan of eating eels, and apparently some people are, why would you need so many? Luckily, the eels were packed in chilled suitcases, so it wasn't just a chaotic mess of slimy fish swimming around in a bag. But surprise, surprise, it turns out that trying to sneak nearly 50 live eels through customs is illegal. Who would have thought? The officials confiscated the eels, and instead of making their way to China, the poor creatures were sent to the Madrid aquarium for identification. It turns out some eel species are protected, which would make this smuggling attempt an even bigger crime. Either way, it wasn't a smooth ride for these slippery passengers. Number 17. Baby monkeys and lemurs, found in suitcase. Animal smuggling seems to be more common than you'd think. But seriously, why do people think it's okay to shove baby animals into their suitcases like they're packing clothes? This case involved a traveler from Vietnam to Russia who somehow managed to carry a suitcase full of live animals without anyone noticing the strange noises coming from inside. When Russian customs officers opened the suitcase, they discovered 5 baby monkeys and 5 baby lemurs crammed into wicker boxes. These poor animals had endured the entire journey without proper food or water. Can you imagine how horrible that must have been for them? The man was arrested and charged with animal cruelty and smuggling. Thankfully, the baby animals were taken to Moscow Zoo to receive care and attention. It's a relief that these tiny creatures were rescued, but it's beyond comprehension how people can treat animals this way. Number 16. The Suitcase Stowaway. A heartbreaking story from Spain tells of a father who made a risky and illegal attempt to reunite with his 8-year-old son. He paid smugglers to sneak his child into the country by hiding him inside a suitcase. Fortunately, airport security discovered the boy in time, ensuring his safety. The father, however, faced serious legal trouble, narrowly avoiding jail time. Both the father and the boy claimed they had no idea how dangerous the smugglers' plan would be. This story is a stark reminder of the dangerous risks people take when involved in human smuggling and the serious consequences that follow. Number 15. Sneaky cash stash in New Delhi. In a failed attempt to smuggle money out of the country, a passenger tried hiding rolled-up cash inside common snacks, like biscuits and peanuts. The idea was to disguise the money as harmless food, hoping it would go unnoticed by security. While it was a clever plan, airport officials still managed to catch it. Although the exact reason for the smuggling isn't clear, it's likely financially motivated. This incident shows the lengths some people go to in order to outsmart airport security, and how alert those security teams have to be to catch these creative schemes. Number 14. The cat surprise. In a surprising and somewhat humorous moment, TSA agents using an X-ray machine came across an unexpected item, a live cat. The situation immediately raised concerns. The traveler, however, claimed to have no idea how the cat ended up in their bag, which seemed pretty unbelievable at first. After some investigation, they found out that the cat belonged to a neighbor living in the same building, and it had accidentally crawled into the bag while exploring. Thankfully, no harm came to the cat, and it was safely returned to its owner. While no charges were filed, this unusual mix-up shows just how strange things can get when traveling. Number 13. The bird smuggling plot. In a strange event in New York City back in 2021, A man was caught smuggling 35 live songbirds in a very unusual way, by hiding them inside hair curlers attached to his clothes. While the curlers were large enough to fit the birds, it was a risky and inventive method of transportation. The fact that they were songbirds, known for their constant chirping, made this even more bizarre since they could have easily given him away. When questioned, the man explained he was offered $500 up front and would get an additional $2,500 if he successfully delivered the birds. It turns out that songbirds are highly valuable in bird singing contests, where winners can make up to $10,000. This explains why someone would take such a big risk to transport these birds, making it a wild story about smuggling and the competitive world of bird singing competitions. Number 12. Hidden ammunition. In 2021, the TSA put together a list of the most unusual things found at airport security, and one of the more interesting discoveries was bullets hidden inside a stick of deodorant. This strange find happened at Atlantic City International Airport, where 6 bullets were tucked away inside the deodorant. While this was a creative attempt to hide the ammunition, the TSA's X-ray machines had no trouble detecting it. The big question is why someone would go to such lengths to conceal bullets this way. Most likely, the person was trying to get around the rules, which require firearms to be registered, declared, and completely unloaded if brought onto a plane. Whoever it was clearly tried to sneak the bullets past security, but without the matching firearm, it's unclear what they were really planning. Either way, the plan was foiled, leaving us to wonder what they were thinking. Number 11. The chandelier inside. In one of the most bizarre discoveries at an airport, security officers were shocked when a routine scan revealed something they could hardly believe. A woman in a tight-fitting dress, showing off her extreme figure, passed through the X-ray machine without raising any suspicion. But when her scan appeared on the screen, the officers found something truly strange: a chandelier lodged inside her pelvis. The woman was detained immediately, and an investigation began. It was later uncovered that she had undergone a risky and experimental cosmetic surgery in an attempt to enhance her body shape. The chandelier, made of lightweight materials, had been surgically implanted, but the procedure had gone terribly wrong. Medical professionals had to step in to safely remove it, as it was causing severe health issues. It's a jaw-dropping story about the lengths people will go for body modification, even when it involves something as unusual as a chandelier. Number 10. The hidden sword cane. Now, let's talk about a classic spy gadget straight out of an action movie: the sword cane. This ordinary-looking walking stick hides a sharp blade inside, perfect for anyone looking to carry a concealed weapon. At Logan Airport in Boston, one passenger triggered the metal detector, and it turned out that his cane wasn't just for walking, it was a sword in disguise. The funniest part? The traveler claimed he had no idea his cane contained a hidden weapon. Even with such a unique and potentially dangerous item, he seemed completely unaware. The cane was handed over to the TSA, and the man was allowed to continue his trip without further trouble. This incident shows just how creative people can be in trying to sneak items past security. And sometimes, the results are more amusing than threatening. Number 9. Bobtail lizard smuggling. Here's a wild story from 2017 that highlights just how far people will go for the exotic pet trade. A Japanese traveler was slapped with a hefty $10,000 fine at Perth Airport in Australia after authorities discovered 13 live bobtail lizards hidden in his suitcase. The lizards were stuffed inside small cotton bags, probably to minimize their discomfort during the journey. But despite this attempt at being considerate, the smuggling operation was anything but kind. Bobtail lizards, also called shingleback skinks, are native to Australia and have become a hot commodity on the black market because of their unusual look and rarity. Their rugged, spiky scales and calm demeanor make them highly sought after by collectors. Depending on their size, health, and color, a single bobtail lizard can sell for anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. This kind of value pushes smugglers to take big risks for the chance at a big payday. Sadly, the bobtail lizards discovered in the smuggling attempt weren't in great condition. They were alive, but the cramped, stressful conditions of being stuffed in a suitcase could have easily led to their suffering or even death if they hadn't been found in time. This incident shines a light on the serious consequences of illegal wildlife trafficking, not just for the animals, but for the ecosystems they come from. Thankfully, international efforts, like the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, CITES, work to regulate the trade of endangered species and protect animals like the bobtail lizard from exploitation. While this rescue was a small victory, it's part of a much bigger battle against the illegal wildlife trade. The hefty fine given to the smuggler underscores the importance of protecting these rare creatures and the high price that comes with breaking the law. Number 8. Mattress smuggling. Now let's talk about a strange yet eye-opening smuggling attempt that didn't take place at an airport but still grabbed the attention of border officials. In 2019, Spanish border control officers made an unusual discovery. 2 men were found hiding inside a mattress as part of a human trafficking operation. The smugglers, known as coyotes, tried to sneak the men into Europe using this odd method, but it didn't fool the authorities. While the men inside didn't need any medical help, the plan was far from smart or practical. This incident highlights just how creative and desperate smugglers can be, using the most unlikely methods to transport people across borders illegally. It's a reminder of the constant vigilance required at border checkpoints, as traffickers are always coming up with new ways to evade detection. Luckily, in this case, the authorities caught on, but it shows how tricky these situations can get. Number 7. The peanut butter smuggle. Sometimes, it's not about what you're bringing into the country, but where you're hiding it. At Pittsburgh International Airport, TSA agents were in for a surprise when a routine baggage scan triggered an alarm. The culprit wasn't a weapon or dangerous substance, but a simple jar of peanut butter. When agents opened the jar, they discovered 3 vape canisters filled with marijuana wrapped in plastic, hidden inside the peanut butter. The traveler claimed the marijuana was for medical purposes, but instead of being upfront, they chose to hide it, which only made matters worse. While medical marijuana might be legal in some places, trying to sneak it through airport security is definitely not. TSA followed their standard procedure and involved law enforcement, meaning the traveler ended up facing serious trouble. This case serves as a lesson. Attempting to outsmart security with clever hiding spots often backfires, and the consequences can be much worse than just being honest from the start. Number 6. Snake surprise at Newark. In 2019, Newark Airport in New Jersey had an unexpected and creepy visitor. A 15-inch snake suddenly appeared during TSA screening, causing quite a scene. Naturally, the sight of a snake startled many, as the immediate thought was that it could be dangerous. Thankfully, the snake wasn't venomous, which helped ease some of the fear. It's believed the snake escaped from someone's luggage or carry-on, slithering around unnoticed until a young girl spotted it. While the incident was scary, it brings up a larger problem. Reptiles are sometimes smuggled across borders, often without being detected. Since snakes don't set off metal detectors, they can easily go unnoticed. The TSA made it clear that the snake's owner wouldn't be getting their pet back anytime soon. A reasonable decision, considering the potential dangers. Number 5. Wheelchair drug smuggling foiled. In 2022, A clever attempt to smuggle drugs was stopped at John F. Kennedy Airport when customs officers found about 28 pounds of cocaine hidden inside the wheels of a wheelchair. What tipped them off? The wheels weren't working smoothly, raising suspicions that something wasn't right. Despite initial questioning, the officers weren't convinced, and after running the wheelchair through an X-ray, they discovered the hidden stash of cocaine. With a street value close to $500,000, the traveler was arrested and handed over to Homeland Security. The smuggling plan failed due to the overloaded wheelchair wheels, which caught the attention of the officers. This case is a reminder that even the most discreet methods, like using a wheelchair, aren't immune from sharp-eyed security. It shows that smuggling can happen in the least expected ways, but careful inspection can still stop it in its tracks. Number 4. Turtle smuggling bust. The illegal trade of exotic animals continues to be a huge issue, with smugglers often going to extreme lengths for profit. In 2019, authorities in the Philippines made a shocking discovery: 1,529 live turtles wrapped in duct tape and hidden inside abandoned suitcases at an airport. These weren't just any turtles. They included rare and protected species like star tortoises, red-footed tortoises, sulcata tortoises, and red-eared sliders, all highly prized on the black market. The total value of these turtles was estimated at over $50,000, a tempting payday for those involved in the illegal wildlife trade. The suitcases had arrived from Hong Kong but were abandoned, likely because the smugglers feared getting caught or decided the risk was too high. This incident is a clear example of the challenges faced by countries like the Philippines when it comes to cracking down on wildlife trafficking. The high demand for exotic pets drives people to dangerous lengths, and the profits involved encourage complex smuggling operations. It's not just a local problem. Wildlife trafficking is a global issue that often involves multiple countries and intricate smuggling methods. In 2021, for example, traffickers tried to smuggle more than 200 endangered species, including birds and reptiles, by hiding them in luggage compartments on commercial flights. Efforts to stop this illegal trade require more vigilant inspections at airports and borders and greater international cooperation. In the Philippines, those caught smuggling wildlife face hefty fines and up to 2 years in prison. While the laws are strict, the persistent demand for exotic pets means that the fight against wildlife trafficking is far from over. This turtle smuggling operation highlights the extreme lengths people will go to for profit, and it underscores the importance of ongoing efforts to protect endangered species from exploitation. Number 3. The Golden Wig Scheme. In 2022, a smuggling attempt in India grabbed attention for its odd and creative approach. Instead of the usual weapons or drugs, this smuggler tried to sneak gold past airport security by hiding it under a wig. The man concealed around 686 grams, about 24 ounces, of gold, valued at roughly $43,000, beneath the fake hair. While the exact motive isn't clear, it was likely an effort to capitalize on better gold prices abroad, or possibly to move stolen goods discreetly. The plan was strange for one major reason. Gold is dense and heavy, making it hard to hide. Metal detectors are designed to spot even small amounts of metal, so trying to smuggle gold this way was a risky move. Unsurprisingly, airport security quickly detected the hidden stash, and the man's plan fell apart. This case is a reminder that even the most inventive smuggling methods can be easily caught with standard airport technology. Smugglers are known for using bizarre strategies, and this golden wig attempt is just one example. In 2018, for instance, another smuggler tried to sneak diamonds hidden inside a box of chocolates. The diamonds were encased in a substance meant to avoid detection, but a routine inspection picked up on the unusual density of the package. Similarly, in 2019, a shipment was intercepted when precious gemstones were found hidden in the soles of shoes. The gems were carefully embedded in the shoe's cushioning, but an X-ray scan revealed the smuggling attempt. These examples highlight just how creative smugglers can be, always trying to find new ways to outsmart airport security. At the same time, law enforcement continues to evolve, using better technology and thorough inspections to stay ahead of these attempts. The Golden Wig Scheme shows that no matter how clever the strategy, strong detection methods are key to stopping the illegal movement of valuable items across borders. Number 2. Drugs hidden in shoes. Drug smugglers are always coming up with new tricks to get past airport security, and one case in 2022 from Mumbai stands out. Authorities, acting on a tip-off, heightened their search of passengers and uncovered a woman trying to smuggle cocaine, not just in her bags, but cleverly hidden in her shoes. The idea was to hide the drugs in a place that security might not think to check, making it a creative but ultimately unsuccessful attempt. Hiding drugs in shoes isn't the only unusual method traffickers have tried. Back in 2019, smugglers used hollowed-out soap bars to conceal heroin. The soap bars looked completely normal, designed to blend in with everyday hygiene products. However, once officials learned about this technique, they started paying closer attention to items like soap, leading to several arrests. In another case, traffickers hid drugs within custom-made jackets that had hidden compartments in the lining. They hoped the drugs would pass undetected, but a routine change in scanning procedures allowed security to spot the differences in the jacket's density. These cases highlight the ongoing cat-and-mouse game between smugglers and law enforcement. Drug traffickers keep finding new ways to conceal illegal substances, and airport security has to stay one step ahead. Advanced technology, thorough searches, and well-trained officers play a crucial role in detecting hidden drugs in unexpected places like shoes. As smuggling methods become more inventive, security measures must continuously evolve to catch these sophisticated attempts and ensure that even the most creative strategies are uncovered and stopped. Number 1. Gun hidden in a chicken. Here's a truly bizarre smuggling attempt that sounds like it came straight out of a movie. At Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport in Florida, a traveler tried to sneak a handgun past security by hiding it inside a raw chicken. Yes, you read that right. A raw chicken. The gun was wrapped in plastic or paper and then stuffed into the poultry, hoping the chicken would serve as camouflage. The idea behind this strange plan seemed to be that airport security might avoid closely inspecting a raw chicken, thinking no one would want to touch or handle it. But as strange as this method was, it didn't work. The TSA is trained to thoroughly inspect all items, no matter how unusual or unappealing they might be. Airport security officers are well aware of the odd tricks people use to smuggle items and are fully equipped to deal with them. This ridiculous attempt to hide a gun in such an unexpected way failed, proving once again that even the most creative smuggling ideas are no match for airport security. While it's fascinating to see the lengths some people go to in an effort to outsmart the system, the TSA's commitment to safety and thorough inspections ensures that even the most outlandish attempts are uncovered. Were you surprised by the strange ways people try to sneak things through airport security? Do you think some of these methods were more foolish than clever? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you next time.